Hey, what's going on, guys? We're back with another portfolio update. Super excited to show you guys what's happening with my investments and talk a little bit about my strategies and how they've changed. Stay tuned because I've got a great video for you. This is Into Crypto, a channel I started to share my journey into decentralized finance. Here you will get to see weekly videos of an average Joe investor, myself, start with a minimal amount of capital and attempt to make it big in the crypto space. I will show you everything that happens in my portfolio with full transparency, no matter how bad it may get. I should mention I am not a financial advisor and all my content is intended for entertainment and education only. You should always do your own research before making any investments. If you would like to join the Into Crypto community or you just want to learn more about the crypto space, please check out the links below. And while you're down there, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Without further ado, let's get into crypto. Alright, so this week we're going to switch up the order a little bit and I'm going to start with Elephant Money because I am so excited about Elephant Money. If you aren't familiar with Elephant Money, check out my deep dive video. It's up in the top right corner and it's also linked in the description of this video. But if you check this out, so trunk price hasn't changed. We know that because it's a stable coin. And these Stampede investments are just so stable. It's like as you see what's going on with the rest of my portfolio, the prices are up and down, but Stampede is just consistently chugging along. Earnings are slowly increasing. We've gone from 17 cents a day, now we're up to $6.48 a day, and that's just, a little bit over a month. So that's really exciting. My deposits are now up to 1,168 trunk, almost 1,169, and a big part of this is from my referrals from the team that I've been building. And I just want to take a second to say thank you to my team. It's great having so much support. I really appreciate it, guys. It keeps me so motivated to make quality content for all of you and really try to add value to your investment journey. So, I really appreciate it. I can't say thank you enough. So as you can see, I've got about $687 that I've earned from my referral deposits, which is just incredible. And I'll show you a little bit more about that when we jump over to the Elephant dashboard. But as you can see, it's just slowly building up, right? Like I've invested $470-ish of my own money, plus the 687. It's actually a little bit less than 687 that I've actually claimed. I do have some pending airdrops, but yeah. And then over here we got the Elephant token. As you can see, I'm still buying. I purchased some a couple days ago, a week ago or so. You can see how the price is. It kind of jumped up, and now it's going sideways a little, which is totally fine because I'm going to use that as an opportunity to just build out my bag. I would still be buying it if it was taking off because I think it's such a good long-term investment. But as you can see, I didn't purchase any between the 4th and the 10th, and you can see I've got almost 8 million Elephant token in reflections, and who knows what that 8 million will be worth in a year. That could be a big chunk of change that I've earned just in reflections. So that's really cool, just passively growing my bag, adding to it, adding fresh capital to it when I can. And if you see here, the total amount that I've invested, $1,123, and I'm up 186% on my investment with Elephant tokens so far. All right, let's jump over to the trunk dashboard. Now, before I talk about what's going on here, I will say that if you're not familiar with Elephant Money and you'd like to learn more about it, check out some of the videos I've linked in the description. I've got a few really good videos to talk about how the rewards are generated, who the developers are. I go into some worst case scenarios and show you what the sustainability of the platform looks like. So if you're not familiar with it and you'd like to learn more, check out the links in the description. So here at the trunk native staking, I've got 17 trunk in here, and I've just been building this up slowly to reward my team. Every month I do an airdrop at the beginning of the month, and I give away about 3 days worth of my earnings on Stampede. So if you'd like to be a part of that, you can just grab my buddy link down in the description, come here to the partner, put in the address and update it. If you're already on a team, not a big deal. You can still join my Telegram group and I'll give you some help if you've got any questions about Elephant Money. But you know, if you want to change teams, if you think that my content adds more value to your investment journey, you can always just put my buddy address in here and then update. So here is a snapshot of my Stampede. You can see I've got 1100 trunk, 1168 trunk that I've deposited, and at maturity that's going to be close to 2400 trunk. So those numbers match what I just showed you on the spreadsheet. And over here I've got 45 members on my team. So like I was saying earlier, thank you so much for the support, guys. I really appreciate this. It's very exciting to be building a team like this. I've gotten $754 total in airdrops. As you can see, I still have some pending, so I haven't added these pending rewards to the spreadsheet. That's why the earnings are a little bit different than what you see on there. But once I come here and I bond 1.1 trunk, then these pending trunk will be added to my bonds. But let's look and see. I think maybe some of you are wondering or saying to yourself, wow, he's probably making a lot of money off these. So let's do some math and let's look at that. So total, we've got 754 trunk that have been added. So 754.1215. And this was 0.5% of the deposits. So if we divide this by 0.005, we see that this is $150,824 that was deposited by my team. So that's incredible. We're doing a great job growing this ecosystem. So let's see what I actually earn off of this 150,000. So the team is earning 0.56% a day. So if we multiply this times 0.0056, we see that my team is earning 844 trunk a day. And now if they are rolling that, if nobody is claiming this, the absolute most I'll make on this is 0.5%. So if I multiply this by 0.005, we see that I'm making $4.22 off of the $150,000 that my 45 team members have deposited. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot of money, but it's gonna snowball pretty quick because I add that to to my bonds and I start earning on that, and then they're adding $800 a day to the total that they're earning on. So I think this is going to snowball pretty quick. We'll take a look at it every week just to see how it's kind of going. But then you can see I bought 1169, and from the spreadsheets over here you can see that my daily earning is 648 on that. So if we do plus 648, you can see the total I'm making about $10.7 trunk on everything that I've deposited and from my partner. So that's what I'm earning with Elephant. Really excited about this platform because, like I showed you here, it's a very stable and steady increase. It's not a lot, we're not earning 3% like some of those degen yield farms, but I do think that trunk or elephant money is going to outlast quite a few of these daily ROI platforms. So like I said, if you're interested in learning more about Elephant, check out the links in the description. Alright, now we can talk about the drip faucet. Kind of exciting here. This has been the first week in several that the price of drip has actually gone up. So you can see that I haven't added much to my assets, and I'll show you why in just a minute. But it's nice that my max payout is going up. The amount of earning daily is going up, so that's a good sign. Drip recently just had its first double bottom, which is, I don't know too much about technical analysis, but I do know that it's good that we haven't gone through a previous low. So positive sign for drip. Let's take a look at my dashboard here. You can see my max payout 51.012. I've got 0.9 here to claim or available, and what I'm gonna do right now is something a little different. I'm actually gonna claim this, and we are gonna add this, we're gonna sell it, and we're gonna add this as BNB to the reservoir. So this is something new. I just learned about the reservoir. There's a really interesting article in the description of this video that talks about why the reservoir is important, and I think that it's important that we start paying attention to this reservoir up here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back here to swap, and I'm gonna sell some drip here. Let's see, I've got 3.4 drip total because some of this came from my drip garden that I just harvested. So I am going to sell 2 drip here, and we're going to add this to the reservoir. This is the first time I've added money to the reservoir, so we'll see what happens. I think that the reservoir is very important to helping harden the price of drip. If you read the article that's in the description, I think you will agree that it's important we start paying attention to the reservoir as a community. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to make a video on the reservoir. I'm kind of already planning on it, but I would just like to know what kind of desire there is for that. So we've got 0.28. We're going to add 0.23 BNB. So basically what the reservoir is it's adding BNB to the liquidity pool. So the more BNB that's in the liquidity pool, the less the price of drip will There we go. All right, we're going to confirm this. Let's see what happens. So the more that's deposited in the reservoir, the less the price of drip will move when it's sold. Buy successful. Let's see, I should see some stuff pop up here now. All right, and there we go. Now I have staked. I've got, wow, just with my small stake, I've got a pretty decent size, 1/100th of the pool. So we'll look at this as we go on, and I will track my earnings, what I've deposited, and we'll look at how much the earnings are here. I think that it's much less than 1% a day. I think it's more along the lines of 0.1% a day, but adding money to the reservoir is going to help out the entire platform. So it's something I'm going to try and do on a regular basis. Maybe 1 day a week I will claim my drip and add that to the reservoir, and I hope you guys will too. So check out the article that I have in the description. All right, last but not least, we have the drip garden, and as you can see, my earnings are still taking a hit here. I actually just did a video on my strategy for the drip garden. You can check that link down in the description, or I'll leave it up in the top right corner. But my strategy basically is to not compound anymore. I'm only going to be harvesting, and that money that you just saw me put into the reservoir and the faucet was money that I harvested from the garden. So keeping it in the ecosystem, but I don't really think that there's a way for me to ROI in its current state. Maybe if the price goes up, I'll regret my decision, but as it stands now, I think I like what my strategy is. So yeah, as you can see that this morning I just made a $203 withdrawal. That was after a week, about a week, maybe 6 days of not compounding. So I've harvested 625, and I think total I invested about $2,200, maybe a little bit more. I think back at this point it was actually compounding was actually helping your daily earnings. But let's take a look at my drip garden stats here. So as you can see, my daily earnings $28.45. I think that actually has gone down a little bit since I recorded it on my spreadsheet. Let's see, daily earnings $28.74, so actually pretty close to the same thing. So my assets, you can see my assets have gone down quite a bit, 847, and they were 2,400 weeks ago when I first started doing this. So I'm not really excited about taking a loss in the garden, but if you watch my video, I think I figured out how to maximize my gains by moving some of these LP token over to the drip faucet. So make sure you check out my video in the description if you're interested in my strategy and why I'm doing it like that. So that's all I've got for you in this video, guys. Thanks for keeping up with how my portfolio is doing. I'm really excited to see what happens in the next few months with this. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to Elephant and seeing where that goes. Buying some more Elephant token. This is where the majority of my fresh capital goes. And I'm also looking at another platform that maybe by the next one of these videos I'll have some money invested and I'll be able to talk about that a little. So thanks for watching, guys, and farewell till next time.